it and tell me what it means to you. What does it represent in your life?
The first tattoo I got to commemorate my friend's existence. She passed away when I was in high school due to sickle cell anemia, and I really couldn't think of a better way to celebrate her than think about her every day.
I got my tattoo to commend or to have a remembrance of my son, David. I never would have gotten a tattoo. I was raised that it was not a cool thing to do, that it was not something that was appropriate. I probably felt that way up until I was probably 30, and for whatever reason I decided that I was going to change and be myself as opposed to what my parents wanted me to be.
It was really hard to figure out how to answer that because to me, I just really like fairies a lot, and so that's what I wanted to get was a fairy. And so I actually went in with the idea of doing something really small and just little, and then the guy that I was working with came up with this idea, and when I saw it, I just fell in love with it, and that's why I have such a huge portion of my back covered up with this fairy.
It was really scary. I was really nervous to get my first tattoo, but I wanted to have a really good message about it. I chose the symbol that she wore on a necklace around her neck every single day. I'd never met anyone who had impacted my life so much. And because of how much she changed me, I never wanted a day to go by where I didn't think about her.
I got the one on my wrist over a year ago. I tend to freak out, and it just says breathe, and it's in my handwriting, and it's white so only I can see it, kind of for me to look at it and just tell myself it's going to be okay, and just to breathe and everything work itself out, not to freak out like I normally do.
Actually, the German Eagle, I got it 2.5 years ago. I spent a summer as an exchange student in Germany and just fell in love with their culture and their language and their way of life and just the way that they looked at life.
The interesting thing was that she was dying due to sickle cell anemia, and she always thought that it was incredibly cruel that there would be a God that would allow her to have such a sickness and just allow her to die at such a young age. And so she was an atheist, and the symbol that she wore around her neck was an international symbol for atheism.
Well, it's two hearts linked together, and it says cherished on the side, and I got it because my mom told me to find someone to cherish me, and I wanted to.
The reason I got my tattoo is because the tattoo itself is two of the most known Christian symbols, and I just wanted something on my body that reminded me of the faith that I walk every day, and if people see me without my shirt on, they ask about it, I can just preach the gospel to them, kind of as a witnessing tool.
Does it mean anything to you?
Yeah, I raced in high school, and I've lived in Texas all my life, and so I decided it'd be fitting.
I'm not an atheist. I still can't really place where I have my faith, but I thought it was an incredible idea to have something that significant placed on my wrist. I weighed that really heavily too, because I thought about how I would be able to describe that to people. If people ever saw it, they'd be like, what is that? Why would you get something like that? And I learned that it's a lot easier to tell them what the symbol means after telling them what the story behind it is, as opposed to just outright saying, oh no, that's an atheist emblem. It doesn't come across the way that I want it to. Because in a sense that comes across really, really angry to say that I'm going to denounce everything and not believe in anything. And it keeps me really cognitive to the idea that there's going to be different opinions and different ideals, and you're going to have to respect them, and you're going to have to take them for what they are. Kim and I, we had the most incredible discussions about religion and politics and how society is viewed from different viewpoints, and every single time we were almost on complete opposite sides of the fence, but she was still my best friend. And I can't really imagine a better person to have in my life than someone who challenges you to justify how you think, and someone who challenges you to understand why you believe the things you do. And that's why I got my first tattoo.